Good morning, guys. So first video, I have been meaning to start the channel for a few years now. I started Andershine back in 2024. The whole plan was I work offshore as a mechanical technician, and the whole idea was I'm going to start a business that, because the industry is so ruthless and you can get redundancies all the time, I thought I want a wee backup plan, but at the same time I could maybe turn this into a full-time business that I can leave offshore altogether. It's difficult because having to try and double your work. If I was to leave offshore, I'd need to double my work overnight pretty much to sort of make the same wages and pay the bills. So that's the sort of hardest part to get round. But the business has been doing quite well for a couple of years. Predominantly just windows, gutters, fascia cleaning, conservatories. I always had the idea I was going to be adding more services, like pressure washing. Roof cleaning I'm not sure about, no one for heights really, but you never know, it might work out. But aye, so I've had the business running since 2024, so 2 years now, and they were based up in, well, the central belt of Scotland in Livingston, and I mean it's alright, apart from you never know what the weather's going to be like. I mean the day, I think it's a bit overcast, shorts on, hoodie on, sunglasses there, my Tammy hat's over here. I've got my gloves down there in case it snows. You just never know in Scotland what you're going to get. But the day, I think I quite enjoy doing it on an overcast day when you're up, you got your neck stretched up, looking up at fascias and that. So that's what I'm doing today. Is I gutter clear and fascia clean. And I mean, when you've got that sun beating down on you and the sweat's pouring off you, it's not ideal. But an overcast day is ideal for it. But I will take you up there. We'll show you how I go about doing a gutter clear and a fascia clean, and we'll see maybe if you want to comment on the way you maybe do it, if it's different to how I do it. Hopefully we can either learn from each other, I can learn from maybe the methods that you use, and maybe there's new starts in the industry that like the methods I use and they can maybe use it as well. But yeah, the whole point of this is just hopefully we'll document the journey if we go on from a full-time offshore worker to running a full-time business. So let's get up there and we'll get started. Right, here we are, guys. Got to be doing this one today here. Obviously front, back, gutters cleared, fascias cleaned. I don't think the customer's in. I've trapped the door, but not getting an answer. So we'll just take a wee walk around, just make sure we're all clear at the back. I've done this customer's here. I'll wait till we get round the back and I'll show you that. Done them a couple of years ago, and then they asked me to come back last a couple of months ago, so I just went over them again, and then obviously this customer's seen the difference. You can see these ones here, bit dirty. Never really had this before, but it's a service I'm not actually going to be adding, but obviously I didn't want to get their washing wet, so I need to take down some of their washing and fold it for them, put it at the side. Just don't know what to be getting that way or getting any sort of degrees or TFR or that on it. But aye, so it's just a quick zoom round with the gutter vac. I'll get the two sides, take off the down pipes, make sure they're not blocked, and then give it a good scrub down. So let's get the gear out the van and see where we'll start. We'll definitely be starting with the gutter vac anyway. Gutter vac front, gutter vac back, this wee side bit here. There's that customer I done last month, 2 months ago, sorry. But aye, let's see what we've got in the van. Oh, definitely going to need the hose reel anyway, so I brought that. A wee backpack there, hose reel. This is absolutely genius. So, see when you're doing your fascia cleans, you always get the wee drips that come out the vents. They're a bit of a nightmare. So I've come up with the idea of just wrapping a microfiber around it, and then having a daughter, I've got a couple of bubbles and just whack them over the ends, and it holds it on, and then I can run around and dry all the soffits. And then around this side, this is where our gutter vac is. Got a wee panther, got a generator there, our poles are here, obviously We're got a camera mount up on this one and a wee phone holder here so we can see what's going on inside the gutters. Yep, that's us. We'll get started on the gutter vac. Up here first, on the side, and then we'll get that wee bit above the door, and then we'll head round the back. Yeah, let's go for it. Yeah, you've got so I've got the gear set up there ready to go. Obviously just need to join the poles together. Other setup, just got to go and check the down pipes. For any of you that are solo workers and that, obviously ladder safety working at heights, you've got to be careful with it, so I highly advise getting these wee things. I think I got these for Amazon, and all they do is they just stab into the grass on this side here, just press them in, and then obviously your ladder is footed, and that is going nowhere. So we'll take a wee walk up ladder and we'll see how the downpipe's looking, and then we can start cracking on with clearing this gutter. As you can see, that is pretty clear. A wee bit of crap there, but all the way along the gutter's actually pretty alright. It's not too bad. Just along at the end there, corner's a bit choked, so we'll get all that cleared. And I'm assuming that the end bits are actually alright, so we'll still get a wee zish along with the hoover though. But aye, we're all clear down there. There we go, all set up, ready to go with the gutter vac. I just like to hang it in the gutter, it gives it a wee bit of support when I'm trying to put the bottom poles in. Just got to get the wee generator up and running. I got this from Gutter Vacuum Systems. This thing's a wee beauty, love it. All you've got to do is just make sure you're turned on up the top here. This is your fuel, your fuel gauge here. So between 1/2 and 3/4, you just come down, want to switch it on for a couple of seconds, round to choke, and usually starts first time, but let's see. There we go, listen to it. We was a couple of seconds on choke, turn it to on, there we go, love it. Always like to start it before plugging it in. I don't know if it's just me, but I've always done that with generators. Always start them first. You've got eco mode if you want eco. I don't really like eco. I mean, obviously it's nice and quiet, but you want the neighbours to be able to hear you. You want them to come to the window or come to the door and see what's going on, and then they want to come out. So I like to keep eco off and make a bit of noise, get a bit of attention. But aye, so we'll just plug her in and then we'll start getting to work on this gutter here. I would say if any of you are thinking about getting a gutter vac, give the guys at Gutter Vacuum Systems a bell. Their customer service was top notch for me, and they knew exactly what I needed to get things kicked off. I did have a wee bit of bother in the corner with that clump of grass and soil, but I reckon they'll have a wee attachment for that kind of hassle. Right guys, there we go. So that's this gutter cleared. Back up the ladder just to have a quick look, and we'll just let you see where we're at. Obviously it took a wee bit of work getting this clump out in the corner, but if you just persevere with the gutter vacs, they're actually quite magic. I'm saying you will still need a ladder when you've got a gutter vac. It's not got to take 100% of the ladder work away from you. It's still good to, sometimes you'll pop up and have the gutter vac will just not get it. It's maybe snagged under the roof tiles. But you'll still need your ladder, and even to go up and check down pipes and that. So don't fall for the trap believing that it's once you've got a gutter vac you've no need to go up a ladder. You still need to do it, and it's good practice anyway. But I'll just turn the camera around and I'll let you see the gutter. So this here is where we had that big clump of grass, but we're clear right to the ends and right along to the downpipe there. And I always like to try and clear this wee bit here as well, just stop any more rubbish, any moss and that falling down, leaves, whatnot. And yeah, I mean, just obviously I can see these fascias, they're absolutely black. Look. This is what we're going to be scrubbing. It'll take a good bit of TFR to get this stuff out. I don't don't think it's ever been done, but see, saying that, that's coming up not bad actually, just with rubbing it with a finger. T-fur will definitely help break that down. I use Ubic 2000, but it's just one that I seen when I first started, and I've stuck with it. It seems to do the trick. So, aye. I mean, I've had 2 tubs of it for about a year now. I've still not run out. I'm probably got to have to order some soon, like, but it lasts quite a while if you use it right. Right, time to get started here. Obviously, I want to get this washing out the way. I did forget to send the customer a text message last night, so that's why I'm going to take the washing down for them. Normally I would ask, make sure the garden was all clear, but I've always wondered why I've kept this blanket in the van, and this is going to be ideal, because all days I'll just leave it here with the customer. I'll pop it on the table so their washing doesn't get dirty, and then they can pop their washing back up if they want, or take it in if it's nice and dry. Yeah, let's get started on that. There we go, guys, all set up round the back now. Another wee trick, another wee lifesaver as well. See these ladder mats, worth the weight in gold as well. If you've got any sort of height difference between the 2 legs, you can obviously, you've got 4, you can actually go 4 mats deep here. 3 there, I've got 1 under the now, which is enough to balance the ladder out for me. But yeah, we'll have another look down the down pipe, see how it's looking, take a look along the gutter, and then we'll start vacuuming out. Yeah, there we go, lovely, nice and cleaned in there. A bit more moss in this, but I mean, it's nothing really major. I'll go along, I'll check the other downpipe at the other end. It looks like there's a wee bit of build up of moss down there, but we'll just double check it, make sure it's all clear, and then we'll turn that vac on and start sucking the life out of this moss. We've had a disaster, guys. A wee microphone here. Obviously it's got a wee connector that goes in the bottom of the phone. Left it in the phone, went up the ladders in my pocket. In bits. Knackered. So probably not got to probably not got to be great for the rest of the video, but you get a new one now. Ah well, that's what it is. And then we need to come away over here to talk to the camera. We'll see how good these gutter vacs are, we'll see how quick I can get along this. See how much easier it is compared to doing it traditionally with the ladder. Wind's picked up a bit, so it might be a bit more difficult to start controlling it. It's got to be terrible trying to control the brush when I'm doing the fascias. Let's see how quick I can get along this gutter and get it clear. Well, that's disaster number 1 of the day. Surely there can't be anything else. And we always get something, but surely just the one. I've already had ordered my new one, so I'll be picking that up tomorrow and have it ready for doing my next video. But aye, you got it there to change to the phone's microphone. But hey, that's how it goes in this sort of industry. Bit of chaos, we love it. go guys. How long did that take? Let's see. Put the video running for about 3 minutes, so I reckon about 2.5 minutes to go along that gutter. So I look quicker than having to go up and down the ladders all the time or scraping it, filling up buckets. We'll go up, we'll have a wee look along the gutter just to make sure it's nice and clear. Couldn't get my camera working on the end of the gutter bit. I've got the camera working but I couldn't connect it to my phone because you're sitting using it to watch me. So that's why if you're wondering why I'm not looking at my phone for the camera, because I need to figure out a way how to video it or connect the app to a different phone so that I can use that phone while I'm videoing what I'm up to. Right, let's go up and have a look. There we have it guys. 2 minutes. I know it wasn't much in the gutter, but 2 minutes to scoot along that. Job done. That's it. All the gutter vac stuff's back in the van, nice and tidy. I like to tidy up between jobs before I move on to the next one. Just saves a lot of tripping over any sort of hazards or just clutter just getting in the way. Gardens can be cluttered enough. But so we'll go into doing the fascias now. We've got a proper U-bick into, I use my backpack. So I think, look at the instructor, I'm sure it's 1 to 10 for heavy dirt. But I'm not sure. I've got a 20 litre tank there. I don't know if I've got 2 litres in this, but we've got our measuring jug. We'll see what we've got and then we'll just kind of gauge it for there. The way I like to apply it, I use my backpack obviously. First pole that I got when I started the Gardner CLX 22. I mean, it was alright to start. Quite flexible, quite flimsy, so you're bouncing around a lot when you're up there doing the windows. So now I only use it just for, I've got my spray nozzle. I know I just pull this out the van, it's just for spraying the TFR of my U-bick 2000 up onto the fascias, and then I switched over to these bad boys. So these are the ultra reach ones. This one was actually, I've got a 33 foot one, this is a 25 foot. Actually I won this one in a competition. I think it was AC pressure washers. Totally forgot I entered it, number 11, and I got a phone call saying, oh, you've won a garden, not a Gardner pole, ultra reach pole. So I've now got a 25 foot, a 33 foot, and I think they're brilliant. I think they're anti-spin, starting to just kind of get a wee bit of movement in them now. So I don't know, maybe need to do a bit of maintenance on it. But they're brilliant. Obviously I've got the swivel heads on the top here. Brilliant for window cleaning. I mean they're good for everything really. See, sometimes when you get to the end of the gutters, it keeps flicking off and you just can't get the angle right. It's a bit of pain in the backside. But obviously with it just being fascias that we're doing here, we don't need to worry about using pure water, so I've got it hooked up with the customer's tap water into the tank, and then I'll just use my wee adapter which is on here for scrubbing down, and then once I've done that, pop all that away and I'll pull out the hose reel for the back of the van with the pure water, and all the windows will get a rinse down as well, because obviously you get a bit of TFR and that on them, so always nice just to kind of leave the property looking tidy. So I'll do a full window clean on this one as well. But let's go, let's start filling. all the fascias done. As we expected, we had a bit of rain, a bit of sun, overcast, wind was brutal, but aye, so that's the front there, all done, all rinsed down. Is it too bad? That U-Bic 2000 is absolutely brilliant. You just put it on, bit of scrub down, well, don't rinse, get a good scrub in, move on to the next bit, let it kind of work, and come back, give it a good rinse down, and then whack the hose on it, just get a nice clean rinse. So that's the front. Obviously done the two sides of the house, and then all we've got to do, you'll see on the vents, on the soffits, you get the sort of dirt drips that come out it. Don't know if you can see them here, try and find a good bit. Actually not too bad, the wind's done alright, but I'm still got to go up with the cloth on the end of the brush and just run along it, just make sure it's not got any of the drip marks. I think there's a couple just up there, just above the window, but aye. So I will get a quick dry down now, get the windows cleaned, and then that is us done. Here she is, the cloth with your daughter's hairbands holding it on. Just at the front here, and you can see up there, it's a bit of dirt. You see it just on the soffit. It just keeps leaking out the vents if you just keep soaking it, so run along it with a cloth and just dry any of that up. Yeah, let's see how we get on with this. Hopefully it works. And right there was disaster number 2 of the day. As you can see for the bushes on the left hand side, the wind was howling a wee bit, and the tripod and brand new Samsung phone weren't going to stand a chance in that wind, and took a wee somersault to theirself. But hey, 2 disasters, but we have had a breakthrough. It works. 2 years I've been trying to figure something out for this. It's simply 2 hair bubbles. Absolutely spot on. Get it in. Right, there we go guys, that's wash and folded, gutters cleared, fascias all done, soffits obviously, downpipes, all the windows cleaned, and van is all packed up. Weather's been, as I say, dirty, a bit mental. Like what we like to call it up here in Scotland is it's been blowing a hoolie. It's been non-stop for the last couple of hours. But yep, all done. Nice and fresh. Pretty sure they'll be happy with that. If no, I'm not replacing it for them. But yeah. Thanks for joining us today guys. Hopefully you can leave a wee comment, give me some advice on how you would do it, or hopefully you quite like the way I do it. But aye, thanks for that. If you're still here, thanks for staying this long. We'll try and keep this channel going, keep the journey going, and I think tomorrow we've got a little pressure washing job, a wee Saturday job for us, so just a wee morning thing. So one of my window customers, so I'll see. Get that done for her. But yeah, I'll take you along for that. We'll do a wee video on that one and see how we go. All the best guys.